Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly reading for December 2023. These messages are for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising. Thank you very much to everyone who watches the videos, likes, shares, comments, subscribes to the channel. It's all appreciated. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please see the description box below the video for information on how to do that. So these are the decks, the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. And just as an opening comment, side note, whatever you want to call it, just wanted to let you know, as I have all the other signs, that I've had a kind of like a hunch for about 2 to 3 weeks now, probably closer to 3 weeks now, because I'm at the end of filming the readings for December, and I had the feeling that as we go into December, people are probably going to be more outspoken, speaking their minds more, saying things that are possibly controversial, that can cause a shake-up. I'm not talking about in the media, because it happens in the media all of the time, so there'd be no change there. I mean it more in terms of our everyday, day-to-day personal lives. And I am aware that we are in Sagittarius season now. So yeah, thinking about Sagittarius energy, and also I sort of went to check in my astrology books. Sagittarius is like a frank, open kind of energy. So that's the kind of what you see is what you get kind of energy. Sometimes it can be brutally honest, although I don't think there's often malicious intent behind it, but it's just really open, really straight to the point. So bearing that in mind, I mean, we'll see if and how that plays out. But anyway, let's get on with your reading. So we're going to start off with a message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and that will be like your main theme, or like the main thing that you need to know for December 2023. So main message for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising for December. Okay, what's your main message? Focus. Okay. So I think, is that I was going to say a Siberian tiger then, but it's not a tiger, is it? It's a leopard, white leopard. Okay. So I'm going to get you messages from the tarot as well. So again, let's see what do we need to know about this focus? What are you focusing on? What does it relate to? So again, for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising, what is this focus energy about? Well, you have the Four of Cups and you have the High Priestess. So could be trying to figure something out here. Figure out why something's not working, maybe. Figure out why you're feeling disappointed, possibly as well. And what will make you feel more content, more satisfied. So your energy specifically, how you're dealing with things. So we've got the Devil. So that is an energy of being held back, isn't it? And with the Four of Cups coming up, that isn't actually surprising. So underneath that you've got a few: Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Three of Pentacles. So yeah, it might be trying to figure out why something's not working, possibly. Don't know where that fluff has come from. It's like wool. So I was going to ask about the external energy. You've got Temperance, but I'm going to try that again because it just kind of flew out onto my lap. So any external or surrounding energies, whether it's a person, a situation. You've got the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups. I mean, that can be, say if that was another person, that's somebody who is closed off, isn't it? Because the King of Cups, as we often say, or I often say, can be known for being reserved with their emotions. Like, we know they feel very deeply, but they're probably not going to tell you, or if they do tell you, it's going to take a long time for them to tell you. And then the Seven of Wands can either be a protective or defensive kind of energy, can't it? So it's giving me the cards before I asked the question. I was going to say past energy, Hermit, but I'm going to try again because it came out before I even said it. What's the past energy relating to this, please? Knight of Pentacles. And current or present energy. That was really dramatic, wasn't it? We've got the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So this present energy, it kind of looks like trying to figure out how to move forward. With that Knight of Pentacles, it might have been a case of whatever it is, the slow progress previously. And it's kind of get things to shift up a gear or something, or move faster. Let's look at your potential future. You have the Magician and guidance for you as well. So we've got the Seven of Swords. Okay. Let's get the clarifiers out. So let's start off with that Four of Cups and the High Priestess energy. So I'm going to look at the cards actually. Yeah, there's the energy there of not knowing why something isn't feeling as good as it should, not working, not satisfactory, something along those lines. So Four of Cups and High Priestess. You've got the Eight of Wands. The word impatience is coming to mind, you know, and something just seems to be moving too slowly. You've got the Hermit there. So again, it's a similar energy. I mean, the Hermit is similar to the High Priestess. That Four of Cups is kind of, I don't know, do I want to say the opposite of the Four of Cups? I mean, this is where it's all happening, but it's too much. And then the Four of Cups is where it's just like stuck energy, isn't it? So anything else? We have the Six of Cups, which I will probably look at on its own. Anything else? King of Pentacles. I'm getting the kind of question or idea in my head about, you know, like if you've done something before, and the previous time that you did it, it just went smoothly and quickly and whatever it was, it just worked out. But this time it's not, and it's like the question of why isn't it working this time is coming to mind. So let's see what else comes out. So you now have the Emperor, okay. And that is Aries energy as well. Let's look at the Six of Cups first of all. So you've got the Ten of Swords. Wow, that's a lot of swords energy. Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. So it looks like there's a progression here. There is a progression. Because you've got something, I mean, it's past, this is the past, isn't it? So something's finished in the past. The Page of Swords is kind of a starting again energy like that. That could even be where you've learned something from that past experience of something that ended. I would say you've learned a new truth, and it's something that you wanna take into the future of how you deal with things. So say if it was related to romantic relationships, it's that past relationships are finished. You've learned from that experience, and that helps you to move forward in new relationships or in a previous job or something. It's finished now, but you've learned a lot from that and you're able to move forward with it. Let's get one more after that Knight of Swords. Or you feel like you should be able to move forward with it at the very least. You've got the Sun there, yeah. It's like if you've learned from it, then things should be clearer moving forward. What is the Eight of Wands? Let's see what that is. I mean, I feel like the Hermit is kind of about trying to figure it out. So what is the Eight of Wands about? You have the Two of Swords. So that can be a card of decisions. It can be a card of two truths. That's not right. Try that again. So you now have, you've got the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to take it upright even though it was sideways, and we've got the King of Cups now. I mean, both the Hanged Man and the King of Cups are quite reserved energies, aren't they? Again, it's that feeling of why isn't something happening more quickly or progressing in the way that I want it to? And you've got the King of Cups here twice, so there could be another person involved in this situation. It may be romantic, it might not. Could be personal, could be business. But if this is another person, there's quite a reserved energy here. Like say if it was dating related, say if you're used to dating people where, I mean, Aries is known to be quite a straightforward energy, isn't it really? Like with Aries, they'll just tell it straight. Maybe you're used to dealing with people who are, you pretty much know where you stand, they're pretty open, or even if they're not open, you have the knack of getting them to open up. And this could potentially be someone now where it's like trying to get blood out of a stone. It's like you can't crack them. You can't crack the mystical code of what is going on with them, how they feel, you know, and you can't read a person. It's that kind of energy if it was a person. What else is there here? So you've got Six of Pentacles there as well. It's like there's no sort of equal give and take potential. And as I say, if that was relating to a person, even if it's not romantic, like in business, friendship, whatever, could even be to do with work colleagues or something like that. It's like you may be kind of being open and giving, and you're not getting the same back. That's what comes to mind. Let's look at that Emperor. Again, that energy of why isn't it working the way it usually does, or the way it did before, or the way it used to. You've got the Emperor there. You've got the King of Pentacles. So that's the that is like the ability to build something, something stable. Actually, let's get one for the King of Pentacles. So that's the ability to build something stable. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune there with the Nine of Swords. So the King of Pentacles, he's able to overcome these challenges. Like the King of Pentacles is able to overcome any anxiety. It doesn't mean that he never has it, but he has such a strong sense of his ability to be able to build and to work with whatever little he's got, and to build upon a foundation that he'd overcome that. He can deal with any challenges, any changes, like the Wheel of Fortune here. It could also indicate wanting things to change. Again, if there's the energy of why aren't things working out as they should, it would be that you may have been in this King of Pentacles energy before in a situation, or you want that energy now, and you want things to change. You want to change into the King of Pentacles energy so that you can overcome any worries, anxiety, whatever it is. But then you've got the Emperor there next to it. And I often say, for me, the King of Pentacles is the closest to the Emperor. Like the Empress, the major arcana version of the King of Pentacles for me. I know that the King of Wands, you could say the King of Wands is too, because they're both fire. But for me, it's more the King of Pentacles. But this Empress in reverse, so there's something kind of interfering with his usual capability, abilities, whatever you want to call it. So you've got with that the Fool, you have the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Wow. He's in reverse, all of these are upright, so this is what he would want. This is where he would want to be. He'd want to be able to take risks if he needs to, have the courage, be able to plant a seed, to build something solid, to have something solid to build with, to be seen, to just get on with it really. But there's something here standing in his way, and as I say, with the High Priestess and the Four of Cups there, it's like trying to, it's same energy, I'm just repeating myself now. He's trying to figure out why something isn't working the way you want it to, whatever that is. So I'm going to put these back in the deck. And as I say, your energy specifically, it's coming up as the Devil, and that is a kind of, it can be a blocked energy. I mean, we'll see what clarifies it, but it's it can be things that hold you back. It can be addictive behaviors as well. I mean, this may be something with you where you've changed, or something in your life has changed. Well, something has changed, and you sort of like, why am I not dealing with this in the way that I used to? That's something that comes to mind as well. You might be acting, you might feel that you're kind of acting out of character, or doing something, behaving in ways that are not familiar to you, possibly. I don't know, that fluff keeps on appearing there. That's kind of weird. Right, the Devil. Why is the Devil there? I'm going to take these upright. I know they kind of twisted themselves, but I believe they're meant to be upright. You've got the Magician, you've got the Death card. So again, right, these clarifying that Devil card, it's still, the fluff is still there. It's still the energy of being held back, isn't it? So with the Magician coming up, that would be, with the Devil, it's where you kind of feel like you don't feel you've got the skills or the capability to do something, or the tools that you need to do it. You're not able to change something, possibly. One of the things that's come into mind, you know, we talk about cord cutting in relationships sometimes, you know, like karmic relationships. And if you were involved with somebody where the situation, it just was never, it wasn't working out, like you probably don't know where you stand with them, or you argue a lot, or something's not right about the relationship, it's karmic. And it's like you're sort of saying to yourself, I want to cut cords with this person, I want to cut ties with them, I don't want anything to do with them, but you're still kind of addicted, because as I said, the devil can be addicted behavior. It's like you don't understand why you're not capable. Like in the past, you may have been the kind of person where if somebody doesn't treat you right, or a relationship's not going right, you find it very easily to just be like, right, done, I'm out, see ya, peace out. And then this particular relationship, it might be like you can't seem to let go. For some reason, even though you know it's bad, it's just like, why can't I just cut the cord and go? You might have even tried ways of cutting the cord, and it's just like, I just can't, I don't know how, I'm trying, but it's not working. Like your skills aren't working. So let's see what else comes up for this. So I'll take that one first, which is the Four of Cups, in reverse this time, Three of Wands. So it does look like you want things to change, you want to be able to deal with this, but for some reason it just isn't, it doesn't seem to be happening. That intentions card, Three of Wands, you know where I said that if it was like cutting karmic cords, and it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be with family members or friends as well, where they're toxic and you struggle to cut ties with them as well, or to set boundaries, or to just change the relationship in a way that's healthier. That could potentially be the intentions you've set, to kind of turn things around, to get out of this feeling of disappointment and being stuck, basically. Let's see what else comes out. Let's get one more for that. Okay, you've got the Knight. Yeah, it's a desire. It's kind of like a desire to move on, to move away, to shift things, to change things, to get it moving forward if it's something that's stuck. But as I say, you've got this energy of like, it ain't moving. You've got the desire there, but it's just not moving. Let's have a look at that Four of Cups. I mean, that's hope. That's the hope of changing things. I'm going to put these back because they don't feel right. Anything else? Like, why is this not sort of shifting? Knight of Swords. You want something to be in line with your truth, but it's just, with the Devil there, it's just kind of not. Let's get one more. You've got the High Priestess there. Again, if that is another person, see the Page of Swords is back again. If that's another person, that is the energy again of a person where you just can't read them. They're just like, I mean, the High Priestess is known to be the keeper of knowledge and secrets and stuff, isn't she? You've got the Page of Swords there. That would be a desire for more information. So you've got your truth there. You've got a desire for more information here, possibly, or even a new truth. In the middle, as I say, if it's another person, they're just keeping it zipped, basically, or you just don't know where you stand. Or this is your energy of still trying to figure things out, maybe trying to figure out what is my truth in the situation. But as I say, that Devil energy kind of says it's kind of stuck, really. So, I'm going to move on. I'm curious. I don't know if it'll tell me specifically what this is for you. I know I've given the example of a relationship, whether it's with friends, family, romantic partner, whatever. So that's one example. That's the main example that I can give. I can't, other than that, I mean, it's a general reading. As I say, generals doesn't necessarily give you exact situations. Just bear with me one moment. I'm receiving a call. Sorry about the Aries. So where were we? Right, I'm about to look at your. I can't remember what I was saying right before I got interrupted now. But we're going to look at the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups next, and that is the external energy. So that's strange because usually I can remember if I get interrupted, even if like the postman rings the bell or something, I'll go and get the package and whatever, and then I come back and I remember what I was saying and I've just gone blank. So maybe I wasn't saying anything that important. Anyway, right. So Seven of Wands, King of Cups, that's the external. And I said if that is another person, whatever capacity that is, the word father is coming to mind as well, actually. And that doesn't usually happen for me with the King of Cups. Like if it was the Emperor, I'd probably get father, maybe even the King of Pentacles. But the King of Cups, I'm getting father with the King of Cups, sorry. So yeah, that's maybe relevant to someone. It may be their father, could even be the father of someone's child, possibly. But let's see, King of Cups. As I say, it could be something work-related as well, somehow. Like if that was a boss or a colleague or something to that effect. Right, we've got the Four of Swords. I mean, that's another card. That the Four of Swords, it can have a few meanings. Obviously, it can be a card of rest, recuperation. It can be taking a break. It can be, I believe, it can be like it's disconnection as well, isn't it? So I'm going to try that again. Just bear with me 1 minute. Right. So again for the King of Cups and Seven of Wands. I mean, it can also be the energy around you that feels... It still feels like there's another person involved here, to be honest. I mean, there's a possibility that the King of Cups could represent you where there's a part of your emotions that you're not quite... You're protective about. I would say, because the King of Cups, as I said, again, he knows how he feels. So I was just going to say, it could be that you're hiding, well, yeah, you could be hiding feelings from other people, to be honest. But there could be something protective about that, where you're feeling protective of your energy, but it kind of feels like another person. You've got the Lovers there now, so the relationship stuff may be relevant. That might be the most relevant for whoever's watching. You've got the Eight of Pentacles there. We have Justice in reverse. I mean, that makes sense in this situation because it just feels like you don't know where you stand or what the hell's going on, to be honest. Anything else? One more. Right, we have Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that's an opportunity, isn't it? So let's look at the Ace of Pentacles first. So you've got the Fool there, you've got the Four of Wands. I mean, that's just an opportunity to build something, isn't it, really? It may be a little bit risky with the Fool being there. Let's look at the Lovers, because I'm sure that's got someone curious, including me. Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If it's, I mean, the Lovers is connections. It can be about choosing what you love, can't it? If it's a relationship with someone else, again, it's where you feel like there's something secret about it. I don't know if your relationship with them is secret in some way, shape or form, and a few things are coming to mind here. So one thing is, like, if it's someone's having an affair, that's a secret, or you may have another reason for keeping the relationship a secret, like your parents don't approve, or this person in particular might want to keep it secret for some reason. People don't approve, or... you know, where there's something taboo about it. You're not supposed to have a relationship, you know, like if it's a work situation. I can't think of it. I've never been in this situation myself. So, you know, like particular jobs where you're not supposed to, what's the word? Oh, Lord, I can't remember what that word is now. Not fraternize. There's another word where you're not supposed to have intimate relationships with colleagues or superiors, or I don't want to say inferiors, that sounds terrible. But you know what I mean? Subordinates, you see, that sounds awful as well, actually. But you know, those kind of situations. Another thing that's come to mind is, this is a strange one, and but to be frank, I have heard of this before. Not for myself personally, but from other people. So I mentioned father. there's a couple things coming up for this now actually. So say if you were raised by your mother, say if your mother and father had a terrible relationship and you haven't had contact with your father for a very long time, and then suddenly you get back into contact with him, but you know that your mother would be devastated to know that you're having contact with your father. So it's like secrecy around that, of you having a relationship, not a romantic, obviously, I'm not talking incest, but just getting to know your father and developing that parent-child bond that you know that your mother or grandmother or whoever would not approve. So there's secrecy around your relationship with them. That comes to mind. What was the other thing? Oh, so say if one or both of you've had a child with someone, the relationship's finished, you've got new partners, and you kind of, even if you haven't had a child, but there's, say, you know, like when you have a friendship with your ex, but you don't want the new person to know. That, I know this is pretty weird for me to be saying because I don't usually go down this road, but those kind of things are coming to mind, just some sort of secrecy. I mean, again, it could just simply be not knowing where you stand with someone, but those scenarios come to mind as well in this. What was that double flipped? The Judgment card. We've got the wow, okay, and I was talking about kids and parents and stuff like that, and you've got the Empress. Okay, so that might not be that far-fetched, to be honest. You've got the World there, and that's new, isn't it? New cycles, rebirth energy. I mean, if it's not so much about relationship related stuff, again, it's again, you may be protective of your feelings, and there's something here where you may be wanting to pursue something that you feel connected to, or something that you love, or something that you dream of, but there's kind of there's something hidden, there's something where you're not clear about things, about how to get it to where you want it to be, where it's not as fair as you want it. I mean, the Empress, that with the World there, the Empress can be about birth, creating something, it's new. The World is a card of new cycles, new beginnings, that sort of thing as well. So the Four of Swords for me as well, it can be a card of, I think I've said it before, it can be contemplation. I think the first meaning I went to here was disconnection, didn't I? But it can be a card of contemplation too. Let's look at that Eight of Pentacles and see what that says. So you've got the Hierophant. The word willingness comes to mind. Let's see, anything else? Got the Star card of Hope. The Ten of Swords. You have, wow, the Hanged Man. That's quite a big card in the Wheel of Fortune. It's a strange energy from this Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like, and I'm not sure if this is, I mean, I know it's coming up under the external energy, or if this is you, but it's almost like a willingness to learn. You know, like when you take a risk going into a situation, any situation, whether it's with a relationship, a job, moving, whatever, doing anything that's risky. It's like a willingness where you're like, I know it may not work out, but I'm willing to do it anyway. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to learn from the situation no matter what, whether it goes in my favor or not. And I'm hopeful, and I'll take whatever I can from it, however it turns out. And I feel like Aries is probably the energy that would do that, because Aries is kind of known to be a trailblazing energy. So you would be the ones to take risks, whether it's going to go to shit or not. Like, you probably wouldn't be sitting there thinking, oh my God, I can't do this because it's not going to work. You'd happily do it, and then be the one that ends up sitting there thinking, right, why isn't this working? How can I make it work? So that does make sense. But that's the kind of energy I'm getting from the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to put in the effort regardless of what happens, and then work with the energy and figure out if anything needs to change, if you need to start again, if it needs to be done differently. If it ends, you'll adapt. It's that kind of energy. But as I say, because it's here with this Seven of Wands, King of Cups, who I'm saying the King of Cups feels like it could be an external person. It's odd. I mean, if it is a relationship, that does make sense. It's where if you really want to be with somebody, and the Lovers is a strong connection, isn't it? It's a very strong connection. If it's a relationship, it's like you're willing to try it anyway. You're willing to give it a go. I'm going to quickly look at the Justice card actually in reverse and see what that says. I mean, again, that for me kind of would be, I'm willing to put in the work regardless of whether or not it works, but you just see it as a golden opportunity. And you could apply that to any situation, really, couldn't you? So you've got the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, that is about, it's how, is it worth the time and effort? But then you put in the effort, and then she's already put the effort in, and then you assess once you put the effort in. It's not sitting there before you do anything wondering if it's going to work. It's actually trying it and then seeing if it works or not. That's perseverance, isn't it? With that Knight of Pentacles, sorry, not Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. And the Sun. But then this is where things aren't clear. So as you may, and where did the Devil show up from? That's where, again, it's like you're willing to try even if it doesn't go in your favor. There might be something here, a bit of a obsessive energy though with that Devil. And what I mean by that is, you know, like when you try to do something and you get madly determined that you're going to do it no matter what. That level of obsessiveness. So it's kind of like just a rigid determination. It's like, I've got to make this work. That's the kind of obsessiveness I'm talking about. And that's, I mean, that could be what that Devil is about up there as well, partly. So I'll leave that there because I know I've taken out a million clarifiers for this. So that external energy, it's a strange one. As I said, it really could be someone where you just don't know where you stand, but you may have an energy. I mean, it could be them. Maybe they're the one that has the energy where it's like, there's uncertainty there, but they're willing to fight for it. Or as I say, it could be them that you're not clear on. You feel that you don't know how they feel, and you're willing to fight for it. I mean, all I can say is it looks like somebody here is willing to fight for it, whether it is you or them. Or somebody may be deciding that. If it's about contemplation with that Four of Swords, somebody's deciding that. So, I mean, we're going to move on to the past energy next. And you've got that Knight of Pentacles. That is the determination, isn't it? It's like deciding what you're going to commit to and being willing to put in every ounce of energy that you've got to make it work and to learn as well as you go. Because it can be a kind of an apprenticeship energy too, where it's like, I'll figure it out as I go along. I've just decided I'm going to do this and I want to make it work no matter what. And that is focus, isn't it? Actually, that obsessive energy that I talked about, it can be focus, really. I mean, yeah, it's probably excessive focus, if focus can be excessive, but that does make sense. So, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. I'm just putting the million cards that I took out back in the deck. So, Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. Okay, I've lost that one. That was the 10 of Wands. I think it was in reverse, actually, but yeah, I think it was in reverse when it fell. So I'm going to put it in reverse there. I mean, that to me, so far, it just feels like being very clear about what you want and being determined to kind of deal with whatever challenges you have to deal with to get to it. Let's try that again. Right, we've got the Eight of Cups. Six of Swords, okay. That's a contradiction now, isn't it? Because I've said there's a determination to see it through. But then you've got two energies of walking away, which are the Eight of Cups and Six of Swords. So what's the last card that's going to come out here? We have the Devil. And what's in the future? You've got the Eight of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. That is weird. Weird, weird, weird energy. Let's look at that 10 of Wands that's in reverse. So you've got the Nine of Swords. I mean, that's a card of stress. That still feels like the energy of being willing to pursue something, even if there's stress, burdens, it's still being willing to pursue it. Let's have a look, see what else comes out. Not that. You've got the Hanged Man. Let's get one more. I mean, I'll take this one. I would say that Hanged Man is about being willing to figure out what, if things, any struggles with this, it's being willing to figure them out. And then you've got the Seven of Wands. It's being willing to stand up for something, isn't it? To fight for it. Let's look at the Eight of Cups, because that can be about not settling. It doesn't have to be about leaving something behind. It can be about not settling. So Eight of Cups. It's like someone who's determined to get the Ninth Cup. And then you've got the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. It's making me think, I know what I want, you know, and you just really know what you want and you'll do whatever it takes. Like if you have to leave people behind to get it and whatever, you'll just leave all that behind to go and get what you want. And then you've got the Ace of Cups, which is a bit fulfilling, isn't it? It's whatever is fulfilling, whatever fills your cup. And then Knight of Swords is your truth. So that for me then, that is more about not settling. It's like whatever this is that you want, you're going for it 100%. It's almost making me think, and this is going to sound kind of, it might be a bit extreme now, you know, like if someone was determined to see this obsessive kind of focused energy comes up again. If someone was determined to be in a relationship with someone, like, you know, there was a strong connection with that person, and you've got a bunch of obstacles, whether it's that you live on, I was going to say another planet, then in another country across the world, or say if you, one or both of you is married or something. And I'm not promoting or whatever either way this, I'm just stating an example. If you are married or something like that, and there's just one person here, it could be you, who's just like, we're going to overcome all of these obstacles to be together. Not that someone's going to purposely break up a marriage if that was what was happening, but it's like you've somehow met each other, you've connected, you know there's a deep, meaningful connection there. And it's like you're determined that you're going to be together somehow, some way. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting from this. So Six of Swords, let's look at that. Five of Swords, the World, the Hierophant, the Five of Cups. So again, it's the Hierophant and the Five of Cups again is the energy of I'm willing to do it even if it doesn't work out. You still want to try it even if it doesn't work out. The Five of Swords with the World again makes me feel that energy of overcoming, willing to overcome any challenges to get this. Okay. Let me get one for the Devil. Yeah, let me go on for the Devil. I'm just looking at the Six of Wands because I know we often talk about the Six of Wands of going to calmer waters, but it's also a journey, isn't it? Sorry, Six of Swords, not Six of Wands. It's also a journey, isn't it? It can be considered a journey. And when we talk about journeys spiritually, not just spiritually, but journeys in general, but when we're like doing readings and stuff, and we talk about a journey isn't just, I want this, do whatever you do, try to get it, and then it's happily ever after. A journey is, you want something, you try to get it, you put in the work, there's probably going to be challenges, struggles, you don't even know what the end result is going to be, if you're going to get it or not, but you just see it through, don't you? And that, I mean, that's what that can represent, is the journey of trying to pursue your dreams, is that you've got no idea how it's going to turn out, but you're focused on it and you're willing to go through the journey and see what happens, see what you learn, because the Hierophant keeps coming up. Whatever happens. If you get your happily ever after, amazing. If you don't, you learn from it. Let's look at the Devil again. So you've got the Eight of Swords and the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So it's the same energy. I mean, you've got the Six of Swords going towards the Devil. Here's where you have restrictions. It's often mental restrictions, things that can hold you back. But you've got the Two of Cups there and the Ace of Wands. So again, it's, for me, it's that similar energy of willing to go on the journey and face whatever challenges come up. And I said, it still seems though in the present that there's this kind of stuck and blocked, but it feels like you're willing to see it through and get past the blocks. I mean, you've got the Ace of Wands there, so the spark is still there, isn't there? Okay, let's get rid of these. And I know this reading is going to be quite long, but it's actually quite intriguing, I have to say. It's just a highly focused energy with stuck energy, which is, it's pretty remarkable, to be honest, because when we get stuck, I mean, I know I can only speak for myself, really, can't I? I mean, sometimes I do feel stuck and I do feel determined, but for most of the part, when the stuckness is there, it kind of, for a lot of people, it can make you feel like giving up, can't it? It doesn't usually fuel your determination. It makes you just feel like, oh, what the hell is the point? But this reading feels like the stuckness is fueling you to move forward. It's kind of, you know, and you have kids where you tell them you can't do this and you can't do that, and it's like the energy they give back is watch me. It's that kind of energy. It's like, you're not going to tell me I can't do this, I'm doing it because you've told. It's like you're almost doing it because someone said you can't do it. And actually I have been in that energy before where someone's kind of made me feel like I can't do something, so my little rebellious side was like, nope, I'm doing it now just because I wasn't even that bothered about it, but because you told me I can't do it, I'm going to do it. It's that kind of energy, isn't it? So let's look at the current energy, the Eight of Wands. Again, I said that was kind of thinking about, why isn't it going as fast as I want it to? Why isn't it happening as quickly as I want it to? So we've got the Empress. So again, it's still... Okay, let me clarify some more, because I did have a thought, but let me just clarify some more to see what else comes out. I'm going to take these upright. I don't know why I feel like they need to be upright, but they do. Still got a learning energy here. Again, I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is here twice with that Page of Swords, assessing, needing more information to try and figure out why something isn't working. But it looks like whatever it is that you want, that you're determined to get, you're still feeling very connected to it and have this energy of... So if something's blocked, but you have a very determined, focused energy that you're going to get it, it's kind of a work in progress, isn't it? It's like, you know, like how the Empress, well, she's pregnant. This one's pregnant. And is it incubation? Is that the right word? You know, well, probably not. Well, yeah, it could be incubation, actually, where the baby's still growing inside her. And it's like, it's a work in progress, isn't it? The baby is literally a work in progress. It's the blocks are there, but it's not, you're not seeing the blocks as, oh, well, that stopped me and I can't continue. It's like, nope, it's just a work in progress and I've just got to figure out how to get it to move along. That kind of thing. Let's get one more. Right, the Judgment card, I mean, that kind of looks like continue on your path. It can be second chances, like if you feel like the first method hasn't worked, it's trying a new method to make it work. I'm just going to get one for the Page of Swords. I did say that just feels like needing more information. Will it tell us what it is you need to know? Probably not, to be honest, because if it's a journey, anytime it's a journey, the point of the journey is to figure it out as you go along, not for someone to give you all of the answers and make your life easy, which we all wish that's how things worked, but it's not. So Page of Swords. Still the energy of needing more information on how to make it work, whether it does involve other people or whether it's just you. Right, so the Two of Pentacles, for me, it's kind of doing what you have to do, but also weighing up what's necessary, what's not necessary. Five of Wands, Ten of Cups, again, overcoming the challenges to get whatever it is that is going to make you feel happy. That Five of Wands, so you've got two cards, again, of people, other people being involved. So Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands. I mean, the Five of Wands can be interference. So again, there may be something here with another person or multiple people who are... There's something where something about them or with them creates a block or slows things down. So yeah, we'll finish with that. That was pretty straightforward. Let's get into your future energy. You've got the Magician, so to me that says you'll figure it out. It may not tell you exactly how, but that is the magician's 100% capable, isn't he? Hones his skills, has all the tools he needs, and he's got the ability to figure it out, and he's confident on top of that as well, and powerful. So I feel future energy is, potential future is, you are going to figure this out. And I mean, if you're in this focused, determined energy and you're assessing, yeah, 100%. So magician, I'd be really interested to hear the feedback in the comments. If you want to leave a comment on this one to tell me what you're up to, if you want to share that, and how you get your solution, what solution you get. You got the Queen of Swords. I mean, she's very knowledgeable. She can be known to be an advisor. She knows her truth. I mean, again, that feels like that determination. It's like, you know what you want. So yeah, it's expanding on that. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. This could be where you gain a new truth or new knowledge, or you somehow, something that you already know comes to the forefront of your mind and helps you to change things. Anything else? I don't feel so much like it's an advisor. I feel like it's you. Right, we've got Temperance. That's about bringing things back into balance, harmony. Could also be a little warning to take your time and not expect things to happen massively quickly. Just it's a steady pace, isn't it? You've got the Six of Pentacles and you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So another card of balance with the Six of Pentacles. I may look at that on its own. Ooh, and then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this one, is that you? It could be you. Just again, committed to knowing what has value to you. Let's look at that Six of Pentacles. So we've got the Five of Cups here. We've got the Hanged Man. Nine of Swords. Oh, nope, not that. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's, I mean, the Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, that's the clarity. That's the truth that moves you forward. Right. So looking at it two ways. So first way, if the Six of Pentacles is all about you, it's about regaining that sense of balance. And I would say, I mentioned with the Queen of Swords, it could be something that you already know comes to the forefront of your mind. So Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, Nine of Swords, and then the cards that follow. That would be where you kind of figure out what it is that is causing the block. Could be something relating to the past here. You might figure out what it is about the stress or the anxiety or stress, what's causing it. That helps you to kind of shift the blockage. It could be just that anxiety, although, I mean, with this kind of focused, determined energy, I don't know if that's the problem, but it looks like there's something where you figure out what it is that that is causing the blockage and how to balance it back out. If this Six of Pentacles is you and another person, like that King of Cups energy, it might be that they I mean, you might do this together, actually. You might figure something out together, or they could figure it out on their own. Six of Pentacles, so it's probably more figuring it out together. If it's another person, whatever capacity that is, it's kind of figuring out what the blockage is, why, if they're holding back, why they eventually figure out why they're holding back. Maybe they're stressed and anxious, maybe they've been hurt before, and then getting some clarity on that to be able to move forward. But all in all, future energy is its capability. It's one of being able to figuring it out, and things changing for the better. Right, so let's move on to your guidance. So your guidance is the Seven of Swords. That is really wacky guidance, but let's clarify and see what comes out for that. I think this reading has to be called something like the challenges only fuel your focus and determination. Or the challenges serve to fuel your focus and determination. Because that's what I'm getting from this. Right, Seven of Swords is your guidance. I mean, the first thing I would say is about being honest with yourself, number one. But let's see what else comes out. So Four of Pentacles, Three of, I mean, that's a card of opening up, isn't it? That Four of, what, a need to open up, with the Four of Pentacles being there. Three of Cups, Nine of Wands. Yeah, you got a couple of cards of working together with people. Again, you've got the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I mean, that's support, that's working together. And then you've got the Seven of Wands that determine... Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands first of all. Because the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands are two cards of... can be cards of feeling attacked. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is a protective energy. So there might be something here you need to consider about collaborating better with other people. Or being open. You know, I gave that example of, like, say, the very unusual example, if you recently were building your relationship with your father and your mother would be devastated if she knew, etc. That would be a situation where this advice looks like it's kind of saying you kind of need to open up about that with everybody and let everybody know what's going on and where they stand, and it will probably end up turning out better than you thought. That's one possibility here. And I would say as well, if there's something with affairs, yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it? I think everybody deserves to know the truth in those situations. I mean, they're very complicated and there are many reasons why people have affairs. Some are just frivolous, some there's genuine deep connections and bonds involved, and it's a really complex situation. But I think everybody deserves to be treated as fairly as you possibly can in those kind of situations, and people do deserve to know the truth and make decisions based on that. But obviously, you got to use your own discernment in those situations, especially when kids are involved and stuff like that as well. So, yeah, Seven of Wands. You've got the Two of Wands. Okay, this is standing up for something with that Seven of Wands for sure. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles. I mean, it's standing up for your choice, your truth, whatever it is you want to do. So for the Four of Pentacles, wow, you've got the World, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Let me get one more for that. I mean, it could indicate that by being honest and open, whatever that means in this situation, that this kind of, it leads to a new cycle and it's more satisfactory. There's a foundation, a stable foundation here that can be built or comes from it. And it's kind of like, well, it's starting again, isn't it? You've got two cards of starting again with the World and the Page of Pentacles. So it's almost like once you or whoever opens up, you can kind of start fresh and move forward. But as I said, there may be something here. There's something where you have to collaborate, cooperate, support another person or other people within the situation as well. And that may help, that will take the pressure off you. That will help with the struggle. So a need to be open. I think that's all I can take from that. And the Seven of Swords can be a card of risk as well. So again, with that Four of Pentacles is the opposite in terms of risk, isn't it? Four of Pentacles is not taking a risk. So I would say the Seven of Swords here, it is being open and honest, but also being willing to take a risk if there's a risk you need to take as well. And as I said, collaboration with other people is involved here to probably help shift things along. So we'll leave that there and I will get your final cards of advice. And I know your reading is extremely long, Aries, but a lot of different stuff came up. So if any part of it, because sometimes it might be only some parts of it resonate with you, or, you know, it's general, feel free to let me know. So let's get you, first of all, a card from the Sacred Destiny, nope, not Sacred Destiny, Sacred Power Oracle deck, because the Sacred Destiny book is on top of the Sacred Power deck. Right, so Sacred Power, what's the message? I almost feel like the communication card's going to come out, but we'll see what happens. Nope. Try that again. So angel assistance kind of tried to come out. Final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Whoa, oh wow, it's truth. It's not, is it? Let me have a look. It fell on the floor. Yep, it's the Truth card. So that's Seven of Swords at the end. Okay. I mean, this is probably, I feel this truth is more about masks, but I'll read that message for you as well. And then we had that with that King of Cups. I said that someone's kind of been protective of their feelings, didn't I, as well? So who needs to speak the truth here? Or who needs to be more open and honest? You'll know. So final message from the Oracle of the Unicorns. Final message from Oracle of the Unicorns. If I can get one to come out. I can get one to come out, and of course it goes down the side of the table. The table has been giving me problems with this batch of readings. I think it's just one, but I will check. So you've got the Delight card. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. Is there anything else there? Nope, by the looks of it. I'm going to get you one more from that. One more from the Unicorns deck. Or I'll look on the bottom of the deck first. Right, you've just got the action card on the bottom. Let's just get one more. One more for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. One more card for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. These cards have given me such a workout. I think you're my 9th reading now. No, sorry, 10th reading out of all the 12 for the monthlies. Okay, we will take that one. So that is freedom. Live wild and free, choose your freedom, claim your independence. That is with that truth card coming up. And see how the colours are, there's a similarity with the colours as well with the purple. You know, that whole truth will set you free thing that is coming to mind here. About the truth will set you free, so that might be relevant. So let's read the truth message. As I said, this feels like it's more about masks, but is it you? Is it another person who has to open up and be honest? So it says, habitual thoughts and fear-based emotions are related to us through our ego. Fear is the primary action of the ego and causes us to hold on to our intellect, habits, impulses, and instincts. Like a dedicated actor sticking to a script, the lower self creates obstacles when you attempt to nurture yourself, grow your spirit, or support your soul's potential. Forcing thought when you actually want to be still can either drive the exploration of ideas or paralyze day-to-day activities. Paralysis can cause feelings of stagnation, being stuck in the past, trapped within your circumstances. Ultimately, the lower self takes us out of the present moment and we stop truly living. Focusing on the past causes barriers to reaching our highest self's guidance and inner being. It's common for people to assume that the ego is an all-negative and bad persona that we should lock up and never let out. In fact, the ego can push people to take risks, be adventurous and entrepreneurial. So who are you? This knowledge will empower and inspire you to push past ego boundaries and fear-based subconscious thought patterns. Train your ego to take a back seat. Right now, you need to disarm your ego. Focus on the now and what you can physically achieve in the moment. Push past the fear and face it head on. Feel the fear and do it anyway. The ego mask is a mental shield that is neither a good nor bad aspect of you. The ego is not something that can be destroyed, so we must make peace with it. Remove your mask and see what is hiding behind it. Be mindful of others' masks. You are not seeing or accepting the reality and truth of the situation. Assess your emotional reactivity. What is your lower self teaching you now? Recognize your emotions when they arise, accept them without judgment, release them with love and gratitude, and act appropriately. The affirmation says, I'm creating peaceful experiences. I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without judgment. So that's the message. And I will just add with the devil card, it just reminded me that the devil can be connected to ego, can't it? And where you get stuck in particular thought patterns, it can be stubbornness as well. You know, like where we say we have a specific way of doing things or specific needs, and we're like, nope, it has to be that way, you know, that my way or the highway. So I don't know if that's relevant to anyone as well. But I'll leave your very, very long message there. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. And if you'd like a personal reading, again, see the description box for info on that. But yep, thanks for watching and take care.